Paper versus plastic?
Yeah. I swapped topics on you. Is it up?
Yeah, I think it's always.
There we go.
Shoot, it's not out. Alright, so this is a set. Let's see if you liked it. Do you like it up a little bit? Does it look good?
That's fine right
Do
there.
you need to include the PowerPoint?
No.
Alright, so which one is this?
Whichever one works. Oh, okay. Oh, no, that... Hmm? Yeah, I know my name tag's on there. West Salem. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Nice visual right here.
Yeah, this is... oh, okay, it's not up.
It's not? I think it should be on.
How do I get back to the main menu?
What's that?
Red lights blinking. Usually red is a bad sign.
Well, it says... Oh. Okay.
If being bad at it is good, then yes, you're good at it. Yeah.
Alright guys,
Paper is clearly the best.
Phil, whenever you're ready.
Alright, so just to preface this, I work at the West Salem Roths, hence the name tag and all the questions. West Salem.
Can we come see you at work?
Totally. Anytime. I won't give you any discounts or anything, but you can say hi.
Free cookie at any age or is it under?
12 and under.
12 and under.
12 and under.
You'll never
That's
see me
important
in
to
that
remember.
store.
So I have 3 kids, that means I could take them for my kids and have all 3 of them?
No. No.
Age limit on those coloring teachers?
I'm going to go on with my speech now. I'm glad I can, provide such interesting tidbits of information.
I want to know if you've written it in a car.
Anyway. Okay. All right, so I'm starting my speech now. What I'm going to be talking to you today is actually a source of personal interest. I'm kind of vested in this topic. I know that all of you have been asked the question, paper or plastic, when you go into a grocery store. Roth's is the one that I work at. I'm not so sure about all the other ones, but I know that's how it works at Roth's. And I understand that for a lot of you, you usually may not have a preference or you don't know what to say, so you just blurt out, whatever, or plastic's fine, one of those things. I'm here to show you some information concerning paper and plastic bags, the differences, and by the end of the speech, I'm pretty sure you're all going to have a good idea of which bag you should be using. So, the 3 things that I'm going to talk about are costs, environmental impact, and ease of use. And the first one, costs. According to Contra Costa Times, which is this local newspaper that did a discussion about paper and plastic, and oilprice.net, which gives you the current price of oil, it takes 2 million barrels of oil to produce a day's worth of plastics, which includes plastic bags. And the current price of oil is at $42.80. So per day, that's $85,600,000 spent on producing plastic, including plastic bags. I should clarify, that's not solely for plastic bags. That's divided up again, packaging and plastic bags and other things, fuel, all that kind of stuff. But still, that much money is being put every single day into plastics. According to Restockit.com, which is a small online store that sells paper bags, you can buy 500 for $14 and $15.43, and assuming you use somewhere around 10,000 paper bags a day at a store such as Roth, so it gets a pretty high volume of customers, you're spending $154,300 a day on paper bags. But then, of course, you have to understand, big stores like Safeway, Roth's, Albertsons get discounts on their bags, so it's a lot cheaper. So price-wise, if this is a competition, paper bags win this because it's a whole lot less expensive to produce paper than it is to refine oil into plastic. The second topic that I'm going to be covering is environmental impact. This is, again, according to the Contra Costa Times. Over 100,000 marine mammals are killed annually by plastic bags floating around in the ocean because of improper disposal, and over 1 million marine seabirds are strangled by the same. In 1 year, Californian residents used 19 billion plastic bags, and a majority of those weren't properly disposed of. Now just take a second to imagine the stereotypical scene where you're walking down the street and you see plastic bags on the streets. Even 2 or 3 can turn, you know, a nice looking cityscape into something that just looks ugly and trashy. Now, 19 billion plastic bags, that looks really ugly and really trashy. On the other hand, it takes 14 million trees to make 10 million paper bags. And that's a significantly better ratio, and paper bags aren't known for having any environmental impact other than cutting down trees, which can be replanted. You can't replant oil. The third topic, ease of use, is kind of where I get personal with this. Grocery clerks have feelings too. And it's true. I mean, we're people too, and a lot of times customers that come into... Yes. A lot of times, though, people that come into grocery stores are kind of just thinking, oh, I don't know what to get, so I'll just get plastic bags. Well, paper bags are easier to bag into. Honestly, I don't have an opinion. If you come in and you're buying, you know, a couple bags of candy for a party that night and you say plastic, that's fine, you know, that makes sense. But I actually had the experience working over Thanksgiving of having people that brought their Thanksgiving orders into Roth's. And if you're buying $500 worth of canned goods and turkeys and all the stuff you're going to use to make Thanksgiving dinner, and you ask for it to be bagged in plastic, that's a nightmare, because it's when you try to put, you know, square objects in plastic bags, and it just doesn't work, and they rip easily, and it's a nightmare. It's a very personal thing, and it's not really something that I feel I can convey. It sounds like I'm making this some huge topic. It's not a huge topic, but this part is really personal. Bagging into paper is significantly easier than plastic. The other part of that is paper bags, like I talked about earlier, are significantly less expensive than plastic bags are. The price of plastic fluctuates with the price of oil, and so a good gauge is if you're watching the gas prices. If they go up, the price of plastic's going up too. The price of paper, however, stays pretty much the same. It's a constant. So occasionally plastic might, you know, win the price battle, but a lot of times it's less expensive for us to use paper than plastic. Also, something a lot of people fail to consider, if you're driving home and you've got things sitting in your plastic bags in the back of your car, when you take a corner wrong, they're going to fall over. Paper bags stand up nicely. Plastic is also really hard to distinguish between. If you've got a bunch of groceries sitting in the back of your car and you want to get your cold stuff into the refrigerator quickly, you have to sort through and look at each one, whereas if you've got 5 paper bags standing, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're all lined up, and it's nice and it's orderly, and really, you know, paper looks nicer than plastic. I keep going back to that because it's true. In conclusion, I promised that I'd give you, you know, an answer as to which is better, paper or plastic. And if you haven't figured it out by now, paper bags are cheaper and better for the environment, and they're a whole lot nicer for grocery store clerks to use. So, you know, the cost analysis there and the environmental impact have clearly shown if you go into the grocery store, you don't have a reason to get plastic, definitely get paper. Thank you. That's because when they make paper products, they have to like mulch up the tree. Like, I mean, you think you've got the whole tree, they cut off the branches, they cut off the leaves, and so that significantly reduces how big it is. And then they have to also turn it into mulch before they can turn it into paper.
So those big logging trucks that drive by with 10 trees on it, it's already been delimbed and everything.
Well,
It's only going to make 9 paper bags.
You also have to understand it's not solely producing paper bags. All those trees are going towards other things.
Finally, somebody who is for the logging industry and sensible. I like that.
No.
That's not how they do
No, they actually use the wood itself, and then they mulch it down and then press it into paper.
it. They should also be using hemp for that. So they should be,
Yeah.
they'd be using
Whoa.
scraps.
Um,
Scraps that are lumber, that's what they use.
I think I broke it. I was,
Oh, no,
I was
no,
trying
it's
to turn
just
it
the
off.
coat.
Really,
Have you stopped recording it?